Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we will be reviewing today is SCP-882. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-882 is to be kept in a fluid environment at all times consisting of no less than 40% seawater. Object is to be kept suspended by non-metallic means, currently cotton fiber line, that is to be changed daily. Object is also to be checked daily for any signs of rust flaking. If any part of SCP-882 appears uncoated with rust, it must immediately be inserted in a 100% seawater solution. Water must be taken directly from the ocean. Reduced concentration only when the object is again coated in rust. No metal may be placed in the containment area. Only organic materials are allowed in containment area, and any contact with SCP-882 requires the use of thick cotton gloves. Any metal making contact with it is to be heat severed, melted down, and kept immersed in 100% seawater in a separate area. Any auditory issues reported by staff must be reported immediately. Affected personnel must submit to a full psychological examination, and, depending on results, either transfer to another facility or permanent containment at... Description: SCP-882 appears to be a random assembly of gears, cables, pulleys, screws, and belts, all made of an amalgam of various metals. Object's size at time of recovery was approximately 87 cubic meters. Current size approximately 12 cubic meters. SCP-882 rusts quickly in seawater. No identifiable energy source has been found, but all components will begin to move if not coated in rust. SCP-882 is completely silent at all times, no matter what level of activity SCP-882 reaches. Any metal touching the object will become permanently affixed to it, and over a period of a few days become a new part of the object. Organic matter remains unaffected. SCP-882 is extremely resilient, with tensile strength and toughness above those of aircraft-grade titanium alloy by weight, even though its composition appears to be a random alloy of iron, tin, gold, and other metals, some as of yet unidentified. Extreme focused heat must be applied over several hours to cut even a small portion free of the main assembly. Persons remaining in the vicinity of the object for prolonged periods have developed auditory hallucinations while near the object, mainly the sound of grinding and clicking. The sound intensifies, and is abated only by throwing metal into the object. Subjects in advanced states of psychosis have thrown themselves onto the object, resulting in almost instant death by crushing. The body is often drawn in and impossible to recover. SCP-882 was recovered from a location at the northeast coast of Banks Island. The area was barren of all metal and metallic ore in a 1-mile radius. SCP-882 was found at the geometric center of the area. SCP-882 had become submerged in seawater at the time of discovery. A small town was found nearby, abandoned for several years. The SCP was removed and slowly started to flake off rust, causing the varied parts to begin motion. After several accidents, Dr. Gears authorized SCP-2519 to be played on loop, which successfully reduced the object's motion, enabling safe access. SCP-882 was then cut down and contained on site. Note: SCP-882 is not to be brought into the vicinity of SCP-271 or any subject possibly contaminated by SCP-217. Addendum: please review Interview 882-1 for further information. And here we have Interview 882-1. Interviewed: Richard White. Interviewer: Dr. Gears. Forward: Richard Wright is identified as a survivor from the small community near the initial recovery location of SCP-882. Begin audio log 1304. Please take a seat. State your name for the record, please. Richard Logan Wright. Everyone calls me Rich, though. Excellent, thank you. Mr. Wright, do you recall the date when you first saw the object in question?
God, when was it? I'm not really sure. It was a while ago. Alan found it first, wrecked his boat on it. Told a few other fellas about it, said they could sell it for a bundle for scrap. We all thought it was a chunk of a jet or cargo ship.
At what point did the device start operating?
The next day, damn thing shook off rust like a dog with fleas. Started spinning slow and then sped up. By the time I saw it, it was really running. Jimmy tried to get closer, tried to see what was powering it, or why it was so quiet, but he slipped. Got a cut over his eye and got the hell out of there. Alan seemed kinda off. Kept asking us if we were hearing anything. Miss Parker thought part of it was gold, even tried to jam part of it with a pipe to get at it. That pipe stuck fast and smacked her a good one when the gear on it was spun around. After that, people mostly kept away.
Were there any other incidents of people being injured or hearing noises?
Not at first. That's the thing, it was so damn quiet. Everyone kind of forgot about it for a while. Alan was keeping it in an old storeroom by the dock, and nobody really went out there much. Started looking bad. Said he couldn't sleep, that he kept hearing that thing grind away. Father Pat started dropping by, trying to talk to him, told him to get rid of it. He was gone for a couple days, then the two of them show up together, happy as clams.
The subject trails off, shaking slightly. Mr. Wright. Subject rubs face and shakes head.
I'm fine, sorry. So Father Pat and old Alan show up fresh as daisies. Say they got the thing figured out. I wasn't paying much attention. This whole thing had me spooked. Been hearing stuff from the storeroom, grinding and squealing, really quiet. Anyway, they said some damn thing about it being from somewhere else, that God made it. That was it for me, and I left.
Did you believe them?
What? That it was from God? No, I don't know. I didn't really know what to think. This damn machine kept spinning away with no power to it and eating metal too. That pole Mrs. Parker hit it with? It turned into a giant screw shaft. Looked like it had always been there. More people started getting interested, started listening to Alan and Father Pat. Told everyone to bring metal to it. Told them the gears were the voice of God. That it grew louder as we turned away and softer when we brought it offerings.
Did you bring metal to it as well, or spend any extended period of time near the object? The subject is silent for several seconds.
The hell does that matter? You could hear this thing all over town. Gotta be folks. Couldn't even sleep. Just clanking and grinding and screaming at all hours of the night. Giving it metal helped. God damn it, I didn't want to. I know it wasn't God. I never said it was. Everyone else was falling over themselves to make Alan and Father Pat happy. I just wanted some damn sleep. There's not a goddamn thing wrong with that.
Subject bangs table with hand, is highly upset and breathing heavily. Sir, I request that you calm yourself. I am asking questions, not accusing. Please return to your seat. Mr. Wright takes several deep breaths.
I'm sorry. Over a couple of weeks, everything got fed to that thing. It was just how things were. We're pretty isolated, you know, not like we have much else. You make just a couple of trips out to the storehouse, toss any metal you happen to find in. Always seemed to be people there just watching it. It tore a hole in the roof after a while. Father Pat started getting strange, telling us it wasn't enough. I think the noise was getting to him. Said it needed more meaningful.
The subject trails off. Mr. Wright. He is silent for 48 seconds.
I came in one night because I heard people shouting from the storehouse. Father Pat was leading a prayer to this thing, but didn't sound like any prayer I knew. People were coming up and he bent over them. They screamed, then he turned towards that big mass of metal. I thought he was giving communion until I saw pliers in his hands.
I'm sorry, pliers?
He was yanking out people's fillings. He was pulling out their teeth and feeding them to that thing. They started screaming about it not being enough, that it needed more, but there wasn't any more. There was barely any metal left anywhere. Then he pointed at Alan, said he was hiding metal from the great machine. Alan screamed that he didn't have anything. Father Pat said that he had a metal joint in his hip. Everyone got up at once. Oh God, they grabbed him. Everyone just grabbed him. He started screaming. He kept screaming and screaming and nobody cared. I saw his arm go in, saw all of his fingers break and pull the rest of the arm in, and I ran.
What could I do, Jesus? I couldn't stop it. There were too many, and that thing was screaming and screaming, and Alan was screaming, and Father Pat... Subject falls to the floor, sobbing and shouting. This interview is concluded. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Security, please see Mr. Wright out. End log. And that is it. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.